Enough chit-chat.
Let's get some music on to make your morning drive fly by.
Roll down the windows and crank up the NASA Morning Madhouse.
90.3 WHPC.
Despacito, Luis Fonsi on the Nassau Morning Madhouse, 90.3 WHPC. Do I not say that well enough for you? You're all laughing. Here's what
it's
bothers me.
that's laughing.
Well, here's what bothers me, okay? That's the number one song in the country right now. Number one song in the country. And I don't know a single word of it because it's in another language. So, I don't know if it's something to be worried about. I don't know if it's, I wouldn't say worried. It's something to keep in mind that all of a sudden a Spanish song is the number one song in the country. And I don't know if that's ever happened before.
That's a good thing to look up.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Gangnam Style a couple of years ago.
Would it be number one? Look, Gangnam Style. I don't know if that was ever number one.
That was huge.
No, it was.
It was number one for a while.
But,
Okay.
but it's not Spanish.
No, but it's a different language.
It wasn't. It was like in Korean or something.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
Korean.
PSY.
But with Despacito, how should I say it? Should I be rolling an R somewhere?
No,
There's
you're
no
good.
R to
I
roll.
mean, you're good. You just have that accent.
I'm the whitest white boy in the room. That's all that
Is
needs
there a
to be
tilde
said.
somewhere in there?
A tilde.
But would that song be number one if Justin Bieber wasn't the one singing it?
I mean, I don't know.
Probably.
It's
Listen to it.
Justin Bieber's only on like one verse of the song other than the chorus, and everything else is the same. Because that song was made first by Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee, and he was like, they were only them two, and then they added Justin Bieber to the mix after the song was already out.
What does Despacito even mean?
Slow.
I would have
Slowly.
thought desperate.
No,
Yeah.
I mean slowly.
I know
Wait,
nothing.
who is the second person?
Daddy Yankee.
Daddy
That's how
Yankee.
she said it. Daddy Yankee.
Yeah, I heard I just heard it really quickly.
Me over here. Daddy Yankee.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's
oh,
how
it's
you
Daddy
say it.
Yankee.
Oh,
Yeah.
Daddy Yankees up here.
Like,
Anyway, that's the number one song in the country. 9:10 in the morning, Nassau Morning Madhouse, 90.3 WHPC, the voice of Nassau Community College. My name is Sean Novat, here with Tyler Murphy, Jamie Levine, Joe Ritter, Hennessy's Vega, Zach Turkel is here as well. Mix of sun and clouds, high 73. It's 60 degrees right now. And did you guys enjoy going to summer camp when you were little? Joe says he never went to one.
never been to summer camp.
I don't know how that's possible.
I mean,
Way
like,
back when I went. It was fun. I just remember the most vivid thing I remember is breaking my lacrosse stick and collecting cicada shells.
Cicadas.
That was the greatest thing. We'd have recess and all the kids would go swarming for him. It was in, not Eisenhower Park, the one in Massapequa. I can't remember the name of the park.
Massapequa Park.
That might be it. To be honest, that's probably it. But it was huge. We'd all go searching for them. They'd be hundreds of them.
Okay, well,
It
I was a
awesome.
person that hated going to camp. But all of a sudden, a camp has just been created, and I wish I was a kid, and I wish I can go to this camp again. But it turns out it's a camp for adults, so we can all go if we
Oh, no.
want to.
Okay.
Oh, no,
Okay?
no. What is this?
It's running in Ann Arbor, Michigan, so it's a little bit of a hike for us, okay?
Oh, just a little bit.
And it's only for 1 week, May 31st to June 4th. It's a 1-week camp.
Okay.
The name of the camp? Camp Bacon.
You had me. Let's go.
At Camp Bacon, guests are going to get to taste test recipes, visit local restaurants where chefs use bacon, go to an evening pig roast, and walk around a bacon-themed street fair.
I really want to go to this now.
I pass.
It's a bad week to be a pig.
You're going to pass on a bacon camp?
Yes.
What's wrong with bacon?
Can you
I don't like
imagine
bacon.
the amount of grease?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'll make up for it the 2 weeks after I get back.
Take
at
me
the
to a
gym.
turkey bacon
Literally
camp. I'll go to that
swimming
one.
in grease.
Well, that's still bacon.
Have you
so
ever
they
been to
probably
a
have it.
buffet? Whenever you go to the buffet, you know, like 30 minutes afterwards, you just feel awful. And it's like, let's go to the gym. Well, think about it. It's gonna be 2 weeks after you get home from the 1 week. You're just gonna keep going to the gym every day.
Maybe
It's a great motivator.
Wait, there's more facts. Maybe I can turn the girls on to this. I don't understand why this is a boy versus girl thing, but all of a sudden it became that way. There's even going to be speakers and events, including Bacon with Bacon, where guests will learn.
Kevin Bacon?
Well, guests will learn how to bake with cured pork belly and make treats like peppered bacon farm bread,
Aw,
bacon cheddar scones, sweet and salty bacon pecan sandy cookies, and maple glazed bacon apple donuts.
Well, there's a missed opportunity there. They should have got Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon should have been the head
Bacon
counselor.
should be there.
The head counselor.
He might be a special guest. We don't know yet.
He has to be.
Probably.
By the way, there's also going to be bacon-themed music. I don't understand
So
that.
like
What
a
is
lot of
that?
Footloose.
I don't know. But
Like pigs oinking in the
there's
background.
going to
Like
be bacon beautiful music, which will be drinks and melodies playing for all attendees to enjoy. It's a 5-day celebration. It's held in Michigan, and I want to be there.
how much is it to go?
It doesn't say, but I really would pay any price.
Yeah,
for that.
I say we organize a radio station road trip as a team bonding experience, and we all just go enjoy some bacon.
So wait, this is like a 5-day thing.
Yes,
It's 5 days of just this,
nonstop
Just pure bacon.
just pure bacon. So 5 days of like going crazy for bacon.
Bacon.
Yeah, I don't see what's wrong with that.
I don't
wonder
see
what
a
the
problem with it at all.
see
It's
no
like,
problem.
At some point, Kevin Bacon needs to run in and just scream, "Is this a party or what?"
This is the Nassau Morning Madhouse.
Our mission: to start your day the perfect way.
Do we choose to accept it?
Well, okay, I guess so.
90.3 WHPC.
And a money-making opportunity for you, Joe. Joe, I know you're the kind of person that will make money any way they can.
Yes, let's go get it all the cash.
What are some of the things you've done to make money in the past? Some shady things that we can talk about on the radio, of course.
All right. My first real job was I played in a band or an orchestra, whatever you want to call it. It was 3 guys. We did Guys and Dolls. I got money to do that. It was the first time I really got like paid to do something.
All right, but that's not really shady.
That's not shady. Then I worked as an ice cream person in East Rockaway.
Okay.
Yeah, and let me tell you, that town is messed up. It's the people that would walk into my ice cream shop and they would give me like $50 bills, thinking they were 20s, and I would they'd be like, "Yeah, it was like $12, so I need 8 back." I'm like, "You gave me a 50." I'm like, "All right, fine. You know what? Give me a 50. That's the half tip, and the rest you get the $8." And it was just like I tried to explain to these people, a 2 does not equal a 5, and that's not how it works.
Okay.
But that's math. And then I dressed up as a mascot, and I used to run around the town.
There we go.
That's it.
That's what I was waiting for. Well, here's a money-making opportunity for everybody here the next time you get on an airplane. Now, normally we're the ones giving the money to the airlines, but now someone is suggesting that you should be the one getting paid as long as you're willing to give something up.
Not your seat, though.
Not your seat. You're still going to have a seat, but you are going to have less space in your seat if you're willing to make a little money. Because you know how one of the most annoying things about being on an airplane is when the person in front of you decides to recline their seat,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
That's when you just want to start kicking the chair. Like, no, you don't get to do this to me.
That's why I sit
Right.
first class, man.
It's one of the biggest fights that people get into is when people recline their seat and they take up their space, their personal space. Well, now one man, a lawyer actually, is proposing that the person in front of you, if they want to recline their seat, they should have to pay the person behind them in order to do it.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Me and my dad have gone to extents on airlines that we shouldn't have, where we've actually asked little children, like, "Hey, would you like to sit there?" We've switched seats with kids, so that way the kid starts kicking the chair and going ballistic, and we're just like, yes. Satisfying.
How much would you be willing to pay to recline your seat?
Oh, I wouldn't do it at all. That's no way.
Oh, no, it's-
Pay any money to recline my seat? Not happening.
Too cheap. Anybody in here willing to pay to recline their seat to be a little more comfortable on an airplane?
No.
Hannah says no, you want discomfort?
I mean, I don't mind it. I'm Spanish. I fit like 20 people in a car, and like I feel comfortable there.
I
So
can't,
Hey,
I can't give up any more
Despacito.
space. Like, I take up too much space as is on an airplane.
Right, so wouldn't you like some more?
Yeah, that's why I pay the extra $120 to go first class.
Ooh.
Yeah,
See,
you know.
he was big bucks.
I didn't
See,
realize
no.
I didn't realize we had a money man in the
Oh
in
no,
the
not
room.
at all. It's just I needed the.
You want the
faith.
extra space.
I'm
Listen.
6'5", 300 pounds. I am not fitting in economy class. It was a need.
Oof. Jamie, would you pay for the room? For the right to recline?
What do you
It
mean?
doesn't matter. I curl into a ball on the plane. Anyway.
You went from the
I fall
largest in the
asleep on
room.
my sister. Does it matter?
Well, I would definitely pay, but they're saying people will be willing to pay $18 to the person behind
That's
them.
too
That's
much.
it?
That's it.
I
That's
would
pretty
love
much.
to sit behind them.
That's too much.
But
No
now
way.
Well,
what
you gotta
if
figure
you-
on a 6-hour flight?
But
That's
now,
not
what
bad.
if it went the other way? What if you were the person in the back and you wanted to pay the person in front of you to make sure they didn't recline?
Oh yeah, I can get that. I can behind that one.
Okay.
Wait, why would you pay them to make sure they don't?
Because
So they don't
'Cause you
take up
want-
have you
their
been on an
space.
airplane before?
Yeah, but like I thought you were paying if you want to. Why
Right,
would you
but-
pay to
well,
not?
I'm saying, well, if you want to guarantee that you're going to have as much space as possible, you're going to give money to the person in front of you saying, I'm going to pay you so that you do not recline.
Yeah, that's
Weird. All right.
I would
can-
do that.
It makes sense.
How much would you be willing to pay for
I'd
that?
throw up $20 at the
Yeah, I'd give
person.
him a
A
20.
$2 extra profit. Just don't move your chair at all.
the
or
$2
I'll-
tip if you do a good job.
Yeah,
I'll give
they-
him 30 if he moves his seat forward.
Respondents to this poll said they would pay $41 to ask somebody to not.
See, people are dumb.
It depends how long the flight is. You know,
That's fair enough.
Let's say it's an international flight. You're flying to France. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I would
then
throw.
probably
I'd
I
throw
would
40,
pay
50
them.
bucks, yeah.
You know what, though?
What?
Honestly, it's not the worst thing that could happen on a plane. I'd pay people to do far. I'd pay people
I'd
to
pay
not
people
do
not to
far
kick me
more.
out.
You know?
I just want to pay whoever I need to pay to make sure I don't get dragged off the plane.
Yeah.
The Nassau Morning Madhouse.
90.3% fun.
The other 9.7% is still sleeping.
90.3 WHPC.
Jamie, you brought the attention to my attention this morning that a new movie was made and debuted at the Tribeca Film Festival about a pretty odd subject, and it ended up being successful, and it's now going to be distributed to theaters worldwide. And it's all about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Crickets.
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 Yeah.
Your story.
Yeah.
Talk
Yeah,
about
talk
it.
about it.
Talk
'Cause
about
it
it,
just makes me
JB.
hungry.
But
It makes you hungry.
oh, that's awful.
You make a bad joke, I make a bad joke.
There
That's
you
how
go.
this
That
goes.
was weird.
For those who don't know, Jeffrey Dahmer was also known as the Milwaukee Cannibal. He was an American serial killer and sex offender who committed rape, murder, and dismemberment of 17 men and boys between 1978 and 1991. Took a long time to find him.
Took a lot of heart.
That's a lot of heart. A few lungs, kidneys too. But it's an odd subject of a movie to be successful anyway. I don't know anybody that would really want to see that kind of movie. But
I mean, they
That's
did
why I
do
think
Silence
it's
of the
so
Lambs.
That's true. That movie was great.
But that wasn't based off of a real person. At least I don't think it was. But it made me think about what other odd figures of history, celebrity, politicians, anybody would we least expect a movie to be successful about? Can we be creative? Hollywood's run out of ideas apparently because they always do sequels. Angry Birds 2 has just been announced. We really need Angry Birds 2. Did we need Angry Birds 1?
No,
We didn't.
but
I've
it
never
actually
seen
was
it.
kind of okay.
It was okay, but do we really
I
need,
laughed at it.
do we really need an Angry Birds 2 is
No.
the question.
Do we need an emoji movie?
No.
Is the real question.
So that's what I'm saying. Hollywood's out of ideas, so let's help them come up with a better idea than a Jeffrey Dahmer movie. Any suggestions, anyone in the room?
You're asking.
You know, a
Okay, go
movie
ahead.
that I was really shocked that became popular. I think it was the movie The Interview about what was it, like Kim Jong Un?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought that was
So
weird that it
good.
became so popular, but it was funny, which probably
So good.
sparked
Well,
interest.
it became popular because North Korea said don't release the movie, and then
Yeah,
everyone
that
wanted-
also sparked more interest. But I thought it was cool because it was just an odd movie, and I actually fell in love with it, and I almost bought the movie.
Wow.
I watched it 3 times. I loved it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
It was just weird.
Yeah.
But let's come up with some more, some newer ideas. Joe.
You're asking a history buff. Okay. This is bad. There's not enough movies about the French Revolution because why not? Let's do it. Let's go to the one time in history where they said, hey, you got a bad haircut. Let's chop your head off. And they just went down the line.
I said let's find an idea of a movie that we'd actually want to see.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a great movie. Come on.
Why would we want to watch people get haircuts?
As my history teacher said it's not haircuts. It's the blade of justice coming down upon the
You know what
the
that sounds
righteous-
like?
off the righteous
What
man.
is that movie? It sounds like that other movie, that Johnny Depp movie. What is that movie?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, the
Willy
other
Wonka.
one. No,
Willy
no.
Wonka.
No, it was
I remember that part in Willy Wonka with the
I
blade
gotta
of
think
justice.
about
Edward
it.
Scissorhands? No.
No,
I got-
no.
When he was the hair.
The one, the hair cutter.
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd,
Yes,
yes.
that's what it sounds like. There you go.
That's
Thank
not
you.
Sweeney Todd at all.
So-
Sweeney Todd
Yeah, it
is
is because he gave haircuts. He gave haircuts and then he sliced the heads off
Jamie.
and put it in a pie.
Jamie, his suggestion wasn't about a movie about haircuts.
I know, but it was a joke. I was continuing on.
Let's do Supercuts the movie. That's where we should go next.
Yeah,
But
why not?
If we're going to have one about Jeffrey Dahmer, you have to have Ted Bundy, the other
Okay.
famous serial killer.
I was
who
thinking a
eat
little.
people.
I was thinking a little less violent in my suggestions. Real quick, how about Chris Christie, the New Jersey governor? We need a Bridgegate movie.
Honestly, that could be
That'd
be
be
awful.
There's also an Anthony Weiner movie. I'd love to see.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to know the behind the scenes of the Wiener?
What would you call? What would you call it?
What
What would you name it?
The Wiener.
No, the
Simple.
wiener.
The Yeah, absolutely. And then last but not least, because I'm sure there's some skeletons in her closet, we need a Betty White movie. She's too perfect. There's something I need to know.
Golden Girl.
There's something. There's got to be something in her closet hidden away that we don't know about, and I know a movie will end up exposing it.
You know what movie that's being made that's going to be awesome, and I can't wait for it?
What is that?
They're making a movie version of the behind the scenes of the worst movie ever made.
What
called
movie?
The Room.
I've never heard of it.
All right, it's the worst movie ever. Look it up online. You can watch the worst acting of all time. And basically, James Franco and a bunch of like big actors put money together and said, "Let's make a movie like documentary kind of